everyone, Alexa Dunn here, and today I am giving you some NaNoWriMo newbie tips. Starting with, what is NaNoWriMo? It is National Novel Writing Month, this month, November. Though NaNoWriMo has expanded to include some other months. There's also Can't NaNoWriMo, but that's a whole other story. We're talking about this, November, National Novel Writing Month. I'm just going to be giving you some of my best and favorite tips for doing NaNoWriMo if you are new to it. Though, honestly, if you're a pro, if you've done it before, if you've done it and you haven't successfully completed the novel in the month of November, some of these tips might help you as well. First off, my number one tip is if you are here and you're watching this, it is actually a little bit after November 1st and you're thinking, oh, should I do it? I missed the boat. NaNoWriMo already started. And what I say to you is do it. Don't second guess it. Just jump in and do NaNoWriMo. If you are looking or have been looking for a reason to start your novel or work on your novel or revise your novel, now you have your reason. You shouldn't need a reason, but NaNoWriMo is a wonderful kick in the pants. It's fantastic for motivation. You're joining a whole community of people around the world, all online, who are also writing or working on their novels during the month of November, and I just highly recommend it. True story, when I wrote Brightly Burning as a NaNoWriMo novel in 2015, I didn't start until November 3rd. I did not start on November 1st. I started a bit late. I played a bit of catch up, wrote some extra words, and I still hit the 50K goal in November. So it is definitely possible to do NaNoWriMo even if you're starting a bit late. So your goal in the month of November for NaNoWriMo is to write 50,000 words of a novel. That boils down to about 1,667 words a day to stay on target to finish 50K in the month of November. You can, of course, write more or less on any given day. If you write less, you're going to want to write more on other days to make up for those days. You can even feasibly skip days, but again, anytime that you don't write words or don't write a lot of words, you are going to be playing catch up to make the word goals. Though, spoiler, I'm going to talk about it a bit later. It's also okay if you don't do 50K in the month of November for NaNoWriMo. You can set scalable goals for yourself, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, some advice offered with a contradiction. The point of NaNoWriMo is really to get words on the page. It's to write every single day for a month so that you are establishing a writing routine and turning it into a habit. And it's to throw you out of that mindset of perfectionism so that you can get words on the page. Just make progress in your draft. This is good anytime, not just for NaNoWriMo, not just for your first novel. This is good skill to learn, which is why I find NaNoWriMo so useful and helpful. So I'm going to tell you, don't worry about the words. Don't worry about the words being perfect. Just write. Don't obsess, don't overthink it. Just get words on the page. It doesn't matter what the words are. Except it does matter what the words are. This is the contradiction. Write as much as you can, push through the perfectionism, but don't write garbage. If you just word vomit some nonsense that doesn't even make sense within the plot or to the characters of the story that you are writing for the month of November, you're going to come out at the end with 50,000 words of nonsense. You don't want nonsense. You don't need perfect, but you don't want nonsense. So think about the words on the page. Don't obsess about the words on the page. Still try to make them fit in with what you're writing and make them decent. But always remember in the back of your mind that writing can be revised. That's the beautiful thing about writing. Your first draft is never your last draft. You're not going to plunk out this draft and it's going to appear in bookstores next week. You have time to fix it. So write all the words. They don't have to be perfect. Just don't make them nonsense. Outliners. If you are an outliner, make sure you have that outline. If it's, November 2nd, November 3rd, and you're doing it, I assume you do have an outline, but if you're just deciding to do it now, write an outline. Make sure that you have everything mapped out. Look at plot beats, scene structure, because you're going to want to come back to your outline a lot during NaNoWriMo. It is this whirlwind experience to write every single day and to hit these word count goals every day and, push through and push to get that 50K by the end of the month. And if you're an outliner and structure soothes you like balm, your outline is going to be your lifeline during Nano. So outliners, get that outline ready. Come back to it as much as you need to during the month of November. If you're stuck, go back to the outline. If you're an outliner, You can probably, you can skip around even, like just write whatever comes in the moment. Use your outline. Pantsers. Hi, my people. I am a pantser. Welcome to Awesome. Pantsing during Nano is an experience. I honestly really, really enjoy it. And the key with pantsing is just let it go. 1,667 words is not that many words. It's also a lot of words at the same time. And sometimes to push through, you have to get out there. Just embrace the weird. Like if you come up with a crazy idea for how to, introduce conflict to a scene to produce more words and get you excited about writing it, just do it. I encourage you, let go, pantsers. You would not believe some of the interesting twists that ended up in Brightly Burning that are being published in the final copy because I was desperate during NaNoWriMo and I needed words and I needed to push through to the next scene, and then it's like, sure, this thing's gonna happen. I'm gonna come up with this character. You know what we need? We need a conspiracy. And now, that's the whole plot that the book hinges on. I have a big, spacey conspiracy, and that was a NaNoWriMo revelation that came pretty far into my draft. That was a final push. Oh, I have to get this past 50,000 words idea, and it's one of the best ideas that I had. So embrace the weird, the wacky, and the wild, my fellow pantsers. And actually, outliners, you might have to get a bit dirty too. NaNoWriMo unlocks all sorts of things in ourselves as writers that we didn't know about ourselves because we're pushing towards a pretty aggressive goal in a very short period of time. But you're not alone. This is my favorite thing about NaNoWriMo. It really is the writing community. So newbies, if you're new, welcome to the family. So many people do NaNoWriMo, from baby aspiring writers to published authors. So you are writing your novel and reaching those word counts and doing your word sprints alongside some of your idols. And the books that you're going to want to read tomorrow, the books that are coming out a few years from now, might have been NaNoWriMo novels alongside yours. Your NaNoWriMo novel might be on bookshelves in a few years, like mine, which is crazy. Lots of revision though after NaNoWriMo, kids. It's not like, you write the book and then it comes out. So the community is amazing. You're going to want to go to nanowrimo.org and create an account. When you create your account, you're going to say what your project is. You can kind of give it a name. You can make up a name. Mine is #spaceangst because it doesn't have an official title yet, and I'm also keeping it a little bit of a secret. So you just kind of do that in a short description, and then there are all these forums that you can go and join, and you can find people who are writing in your same genre and similar kinds of books. You can make friends. There's also lots of resources on the NaNoWriMo website, including you can actually connect with NaNoWriMo errs in real life. Now, I have never done this because I am a hermit writer who stays in her apartment at all times and is alone when she writes. I generally, A, do not write outside of my home, but B, admittedly, meeting strangers, what? But if you're super into that, there are NaNoWriMo write-ins. There are people who throughout the month of NaNoWriMo meet in person at coffee shops and diners and restaurants and whatnot. And they write together during NaNoWriMo to meet their goals. You can make some amazing writer friends, local writer friends at IRL Nano meetups. But don't worry, I promise you don't have to meet people. I've never done it. Another great thing is you'll be able to find people using hashtags on Twitter and on other social media participating in NaNoWriMo. #Nano, #NaNoWriMo. You can also look for people who are doing word sprints. Those are going to have various hashtags, and I don't know exactly what they are, but trust me, if you type in word sprint at any point into your Twitter search banner during NaNoWriMo, I bet you can find people who are word sprinting to hit their goals. And this is one of my favorite newbie tips. Participating in word sprints, it's so helpful for pushing you through when you're having trouble hitting your word count goals, or even when you're not having trouble hitting your word count goals if you want to get way ahead of them. You basically participate with other people. They set a period of time. It can be 15 minutes or a half hour or 45 minutes or an hour, and you do nothing but write during that period. At the end, everyone comes back together on Twitter or wherever, and you compare your word counts. It's not about winning or losing. There's a little competitive spirit, but it's mostly about kind of doing it together and then showing off the results. So I highly encourage you to do word sprints to hit some of those word count goals. Now, I mentioned those resources that you're going to find on the NaNoWriMo website, and my absolute favorite And big tip for newbies to NaNoWriMo is download Scrivener. Scrivener is this amazing word processing tool, for lack of a better word, for writers. It was designed by creative writers for creative writers. It is this amazing way of organizing your work. Specifically, in my case, for novels, you can use Scrivener for things like screenwriting, but for novels, it's amazing, guys. November is actually Scrivener month on my channel. I'm going to be extolling the virtues of Scrivener and doing some practical how-to demos for super basic users like me, so that if you are intimidated by Scrivener, hopefully these videos will kind of help you acclimate to the program. Because I discovered Scrivener during NaNoWriMo in 2013. I used the free trial version, which you can download from NaNoWriMo's website. I'm gonna have a link down below to where you can pick that up. Do it, guys. It is like an extended free preview, essentially, of the software. It's your best opportunity to try Scrivener for free. So during the month of November, you can use the Scrivener trial for free, and then at the end of the month, regardless of whether you finish NaNoWriMo, you get discount codes to buy it if you like it. So 20% off if you participate in NaNoWriMo, no matter what, and 50% off if you win NaNoWriMo, which is hit your 50K word count goal. I won't get off track to kind of like talk about Scrivener in this video because there will be plenty of other videos for that. But needless to say, I love Scrivener. I think it's really helpful for NaNoWriMo in particular because Scrivener has some tools for tracking your word count, both overall for the project as well as daily. Makes it really easy to keep track of your daily word count goals. And don't worry, if you don't like Scrivener or you don't want to buy it, it's really easy. You just export your whole project as a Microsoft Word document, and so you can keep it when NaNoWriMo is over. You're not locked into buying Scrivener, but I do recommend it. Now, like I said, there is no one way to do NaNoWriMo. I mean, technically there is the one way that you're supposed to do NaNoWriMo, but I am fully encouraging you to cheat if it helps you. Cheat being a relative term. So if you don't want to write 50K this month, if writing 20K on your novel this month would be amazing, or 30K, or if you've already started a novel and so you already have some progress and you just want to, get to the halfway point or make progress on your existing project, do it. If you want to revise a novel, you can totally do that. There are people who do an alternate NaNoWriMo, National Novel Revising Month, instead of drafting, because that's just where they are in the process of working on their book. Totally okay. Nano, for me, is about community. It's about everyone coming together to work on their books and on their writing at the same time. No one's keeping score with Nano. No one's gonna emerge from the mist and tell you that you're doing Nano wrong or you're a bad writer. Honestly, use Nano for whatever is gonna help you as a writer to make progress on your project. Now, most importantly, you cannot fail at NaNoWriMo. I mean, you cannot win, and win is such a weird word for NaNoWriMo, it's not really a competition. But if you don't hit the 50K word goal and you don't get the shiny NaNoWriMo winner badge, it honestly doesn't matter. Everyone's a winner in Nano if you participate and get anything done during the month of November. You're a winner if you participate and you make connections with writer friends. You're a winner if you participate and you write 10,000 words. You're a winner if you participate and you figure out that thing that wasn't working in your novel and you figure out how to fix it. There's so many ways to win NaNoWriMo, in my opinion and in my view. So go in with an open mind, open expectations, do your best, and no matter what, you're gonna come out of it with something good. So just have fun. That's really my biggest tip if you are new to NaNoWriMo. Have fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. My greatest apologies for the stuffy nose, and I think my eyes are a little red. I am getting over a cold, but I didn't want to not give you these awesome NaNoWriMo tips. I didn't want to post them November 15th and have them be totally useless. So hopefully I'm catching you early enough in the month that if you hadn't decided to jump in, you're going to do it now, or if you're in the midst of it, some of these tips hopefully help. Drop any questions you have down in the comments, or hey, update us with your word count progress, whatever. NaNoWriMo is about community, so let's have some conversation. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you're interested in seeing more videos. I'm going to be talking about NaNoWriMo all month long, and like I mentioned, also going to be doing a special series on Scrivener. Thank you so much for watching, and as always everyone, happy writing and good luck with NaNoWriMo.